Hello, Larry again from Willowbank Garden Centre. Here we are again the last week in May, week 22 in the horticultural calendar. And today I'm going to propagate some herbs by softwood cuttings. And today's herb is lemon balm. Lemon balm has been used for over 2,500 years as a medical herb. The Greeks used it, and in more recent times it has continued to be used in medication. It is claimed that it improves memory and that it reduces melancholy. I know some people who make lemon balm tea, but there's a nice scent off the leaf, a nice strong lemon flavour or scent. So I'm going to show you how to propagate it by softwood cuttings. I'm just going to show you two that I have already done. That was cut about 4 weeks ago, and already we have nice strong plants with the roots coming out the bottom. And again, this was done about 3 weeks ago, a bit younger and fresher, and you can see the young roots coming out the bottom. So we're going to use again a homemade polytunnel. We're using a compost mixture of John Innes and perlite. Just into the pot, just tap it once or twice, and we'll proceed to take a few cuttings off this plant. Again, it's just below a leaf node. I'll get one here, and I just pull off the bottom ones. And I have two young leaves here at the centre and two older leaves. Just pull off the older leaves. This one has been propagated earlier, and I'll just cut out. So you end up with a little cutting like that, about 3 inches long. You just insert it close to the edge of the pot, till the leaf is nearly touching the soil. So just to let you see you. And we'll try and put about 5 or 6 more into that pot. Again, just below the leaf node, you can see the young ones already start to grow here. Young centre growth. Take off the outer leaves, leaving you again with a little cutting like that. Again, I just insert that, make a little hole with the pencil to let the cutting go down, and send it down. So we'll just continue to take about 4 more. This plant has been propagated continually and has given us these here. So one plant starting off should be sufficient to give you enough plants to do you all season. Again, the dead leaves off, or the bottom leaves off. Leave the little centre one. This one's a wee bit long, so I'll just shorten it up to the next node. Same again. Outer leaves off. Right, it gets a bit longer, so I'll actually cut this one a wee bit lower. And the last one, I have about 5 or 6 in the pot. Now again, what I do is I just leave it sitting in water about 2 centimetres deep, leave it there for about 5 or 10 minutes, and the soil will get damp. You'll see the soil getting damp on top. We'll then use our homemade polytunnel again that we used in an earlier lesson, and I just use 3 little plastic tags to put around the edge, and that is to keep the plastic bag from tipping the leaves. Seed goes there. Just to demonstrate what I do here, this is a little sandwich bag, very cheap. So when that has been sitting for about 10 minutes, I just lift it. I'll wet this a little bit more, just sit into the bag, pull the bag up over it. Again. Now I will tighten the bag, and what I do is I expel the air, catch it down close to the labels and just spin it round, and you can see that the plastic gets tight. The advantage of the plastic being tight over the leaves, the moisture runs down the inside of the plastic and does not touch the leaves. Just take off the excess weight. So if you put that, I would suggest, in a west facing windowsill, in about 3 weeks you will end up with plants ready to harvest. And that's how you propagate lemon balm by softwood cuttings. That's it for this lesson. See you next week. In the meantime, stay safe.